Hey guys, good afternoon. Hold on, just posting the link up on Twitter if anyone wants to join me, which I had some hate on Twitter today. Guru Leaks retweeting my Follow Friday. Like, there's something wrong with helping fellow traders learn about fellow traders. It just seems odd. And a lot of love from other traders. So thank you guys for seeing all that I do and giving back to the trading community. Hey Google, off. And let's go ahead and look at the SPY. But if you guys are brand new to my channel, please go ahead, like the video, subscribe, and turn on the notifications. I got the nice background up by the water, getting ready for the weekend of this rough area, 338, and it will show me the price. So if I go right over here, so 338.29 was the point of control for yesterday, and today it looks like it's roughly 338.47 right there. We are up above it right now. So let's see, we had this massive level back here of 338.60, and hey Google, stop playing music. And now we're sort of topping off. So let's go ahead and draw a little trend line here. I hope you guys have had an amazing week. Seeing lots of interesting dark pool activity. And if you guys don't know what the dark pool is, it's where the really big hedge fund traders go ahead and place their trades. So knowing that, we follow them. We go ahead and we follow their moves and trade accordingly. So if you want to learn more about it, come on over to the Training Pit. It's at thedarkpools.com/training, darkpools.com under services. So you can see right now we're in a bit of a wedge, right? This is a 15-minute chart, and it's been holding. It hasn't really been able to break 338.80 today. That was the high yesterday. So it seems like there's been some selling pressure that's stepping in. We also have this trend line. So every time it hits the 338.80 price, it's tending to pull back. Some more dark pool activity. So definitely be on watch for the indexes. Let's look at Qs. So Apple surging today, 490, really pulled the Qs up and had an amazing day right here. Now the Qs have also been stronger overall in the market. Qs are leading, and then we have the Russell, which is the weakest. And the Russell looks like it has somewhat rolled over. Let's go. You can see back here on the 17th, it looks like that was the top. We had a test right here, and then it pulled back further. Now we've come back. You guys know I like my 425 EMA on my 45-minute chart. We have not broken that yet. Let's go ahead and set a little alert. 153.70, alert crossing down. Everything is running a little slow today. All right, so crossing down right there. I really want to see if we cross down. We did have this box of consolidation earlier, the end of July, so if we break below 153.70, next potential, let me turn this stuff off, see if I can stop the drain on the internet. All right, so seeing all of this activity, it looks like we might be setting up for a rollover potentially, right? Back here when it was back in February, it rolled over on the 19th to 20th, same day as the SPY, right? You guys are going to see it. Let's turn off those volume profiles because that's going to be quite a lot of lines right there. So 19th, 20th, we rolled over. So we're coming back to that same level. Are we going to surge higher today, or are we going to break down from here? I also have this yellow trend line, which was a top back in February as well. Once we came below this, we really sold off hard on the 20th. So we have a bit of a downward trend line. We're testing that 338.74 area again, keeping it on watch. Feeling like we might have a bit more of a pullback. It looks like we've broken up above from this wedge, so still wary of where we're going from here. We had massive volume right here. If we're not able to go ahead and break above the high, 339.60, feel like this could have been a big selling day. This is our next day that we had big volume. We are above that now. So keeping it all on watch, right? Now, let's go ahead and look at my list today. So I had Tesla on there, Zoom, which is now pulled back after earnings. Tesla, big surge up. Said, hey, if it breaks 2055.90, look for it to surge even higher. John Deere, if it breaks 200, went up to a high today of 202.95, and big volume coming in. So it started off low and then it just surged high. Nice run on John Deere. Apple, crazy run up here. Are we going to see 500? Potentially. A lot of big volume. Now if we come back and we close down below, watch out. Then a lot of this volume could have spiked it up and then sold it off as well. Baba was another one on my potential long list. Performed very nicely. We've broken an upward trend line on our daily chart. So we'd like to see it hold above for potential swing to the upside there. PDD, potential short. Sure enough, it came down, broke below. If we go ahead and continue down to 84 potentially, then on down, maybe even down to the 78.90 area for, I can't even say that, I'll just say PDD. We also have NEO as well. So NEO, it looks like it's really consolidating right here with a top of 1425 and a bottom area of about 1280 that was resistance in the past. So if we break that, I would look for the next support area of 11. Maybe potentially the 50 simple moving average at 1140 would create a support area, and then on down to 11. If we break 11, we've got this gap to fill to the downside. So keep that on watch, and we might find ourselves quickly back at that 820 area. American Airlines has broken down again today. Really watching for it to break below this 2016 level. We could have a nice move down below after 2016. So I'll put an alert right there. I think I even have one already there set up. So looking for that to break down. And then if we can head on down to $12, disclaimer, in a put position on Apple as well. We've just sort of rolled over. The 50 was holding as resistance. The 4 crossed over the 8 right here, and we're rolling down. We haven't seen big volume. The biggest volume day is now up above us. So looking for that to hold as a a resistance area, which sure enough it did right here. The low of the candle here was 1258. High for today of 1263. So we could easily pull back from here. Plug as well as a potential short. I do have a longer term holding in this. If we do break below that 1245, I will go ahead and exit my position. But we did break this upward trend coming up. It could come back here, and much like if this happened right here, find some more support and continue to the upside. BP. You guys are being really quiet today. You can put things in the chat if you want, or if you want to see anything in particular. So BP with oil pulling back a big gap. Would wait to see if we're going to come back up, and we've broken this support area from the past. So are we going to come back up and then have a further drop to the downside? I thank you guys for everybody that did join me yesterday with the Flow Trade demo. Josh did a great job and seen some amazing things on it today. Really love it. As well as next week on Thursday, I will have Steve from Trade Ideas demoing the software. I do use it every single morning to go ahead and create my list of stocks that I am watching. Go ahead, and it's almost pretty much instantaneous. They do have great filters as well for swing trades end of the day. Stephanie, you know what? I have to edit it, and then I'm going to go ahead and edit the Zoom call portion of it just as a Flow Trade demo. So I got to get my editor to do that and go ahead and zoom in as well, so he can zoom in on the video to go ahead and make it larger for you. I know it was really hard to see, and you can demo it free for 7 days as well. It's just bit.ly Flow Trade. Let me pop it up for you if you want. and you can go ahead and test it out in person as well, and they will go ahead and they'll walk it through for you as well, just like they did during the video. They'll walk you through it for free, so you can test it out. Yeah, for sure. All right, so STM, let's go ahead and look at it. All right, so STM, let's change it here. So it looks like we've hit our 50 simple moving average. Would like to see that hold. If we're able to go ahead and close up above 289.90, then we might see a further move to the upside. But if we are not able to go ahead and hold the 50 simple moving average, potentially next week, we could see that it drops down to that 26.80 area. The eye change era. I think you mean, well, I've got glasses with astigmatisms, but maybe I'll do a video about how I first started to wear glasses. It's a pretty cool story. All right, so Antero Resources, oil and gas. So I don't know what other holdings. It looks like big volume did come in right here at the 21 EMA on this day, and it's holding up above. But we do have a crossover on our moving averages, so it might be starting to roll down. You can see right here, it crossed over last time, June 19th, crossed over, came back to the 200, broke right through the 50, and these two EMAs came down to the 200 and found support. So if that happens again, this was more of a dramatic downturn. If this happens again, we're not able to go ahead and break above that 380 area, and it breaks down below 350, watch out. You could probably find it down at 320. 242, looks like the 200 has been acting as a nice support. All right, and you want to look at GDDY, GoDaddy. That is looking nice. It's at a nice, almost looks like an upside down head and shoulders. Do you guys see this? For the shoulder area right here, head, and another shoulder right here. So if we actually measure the depth, we'll go from right here from the 200 simple moving average, and we measure the depth up to the neckline up here, I would say 83.13. We're looking at 13.29, so potential target of 96.50 for potential target for GoDaddy. I really like that. Awesome. Thank you. Everything's monetizable. And AM. Did we already do AM? AR. Okay, Antero. So this is in that same area. So I don't know, they seem like they trade sympathetically. This one had that pullback in June as well. So if this one starts to roll over, watch for a break of $7 and then down below $6.70, maybe down to $6 right here to that 50 simple moving average, as well as the support right here. All right, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I will be live streaming on Sunday as well around 1:30, and I might be looking a little different. I'm thinking I might change my hair color this weekend, so we will see. And have an amazing weekend. Fill those memory books with memories, and be cautious. If we see the SPY really break down below this 335, I would say if we're breaking down below that 8 EMA at 337, I would be cautious. Oops, I did not mean to move that. I meant to move this line. So I'm going to tighten this a little bit. And if we break down below that 337.15 area, right on up here, which also happens to be the 200 simple moving average on the 45-minute chart, one of my favorite charts. If we see that that fails, then we could very quickly, in my opinion, be heading down back to that 335 area right down here today. So just be on watch. It's not able to break out here. The volume is really dropping off today. It is midday, but be cautious out there. All right, guys? Carpe Profit, seize those profits one trade at a time, and have an amazing weekend. And I will see you all on Sunday. Bye.